probability, you are now thinking that I am, of course, a young man with an auspicious exterior, and as some express it, a suspicious interior. And that as a novice in writing, I am evidently intentionally being eccentric in the hopes of becoming famous and thereby rich. If you indeed think so, then you are very, very mistaken. First of all, I am not young. I have already lived so much that I have been in my life, as it is said, not only through the mill, but through all the grindstones. And secondly, I am in general not writing so as to make a career for myself, or so as to plant myself, as is said, firm-footedly, thanks to this profession, which I must add, in my opinion, provides many openings to become a candidate direct for hell, assuming, of course, that such people can in general, by their being, perfect themselves even to that extent. For the reason that, knowing nothing whatsoever themselves, they write all kinds of claptrap, and thereby automatically acquiring authority, they become almost one of the chief factors, the totality of which steadily continues year by year, still further to diminish the, without this, already extremely diminished psyche of people. And as regards my personal career, then thanks to all forces high and low, and if you like, even right and left, I have actualized it long ago, and have already long been standing on firm feet, and even maybe on very good feet. And I, moreover, am certain that their strength is sufficient for many more years, in spite of all my past, present, and future enemies.
Well, then it's a good thing that I didn't expect much, is it? How's it going, everyone? My name is Reloading64, and welcome back to the Unknown Developer series, where I know I've been away from this series for a while, and it's a good thing, too, because a lot of things have happened, and I've just been busy with my own stuff. As you can see, I have found a couple things here and there. Well, you won't see because I haven't showed you yet. So, I've been very busy, not only with other things, but also with this one, since I've been trying to get all the information I could out of everything I've found. So, with that being said, this video isn't gonna have single thing that I found in it. Mainly because there's a lot of things I found, and I'm pretty sure I missed a ton of things, because the Unknown Developer likes to hide a lot of stuff. He, she, whatever. You already heard the first one, which I'll show you where I found that, thanks to, Exalted Lady Bunny. She's on Twitter. She actually showed me this. Thank you very much. I never even knew that existed, but let me show you what I'm talking about. That little piece of audio that I got was from the Unknown Developer saying, in this area, as you can see, the only underlined only is now a link, which she pointed out to me, which I'm very grateful, because I remember a long time ago I would go on there and that was not a link, so the Unknown Developer changed it. That led to this called The Hole. It's just a bunch of So yeah, there's nothing, pretty much nothing. Maybe this might have some answers. I tried speeding it up, slowing it down, changing the pitch, changing whatever. Thanks to the Unknown Developer, I've been getting way better at doing audio. So even if you aren't a game developer or not doing this to actually make games, I want to thank you for actually making me go dive in head first into audio, because I believe audio is one of the most important things in game development. So I've been learning a lot of things with audio, and I'll show you what I've been doing to clean things up. So thank you, Mr. Unknown Developer, or Mrs. I still don't know what you are, even though you decided to do this, but I don't think that's your voice. Either way, as you can see, all of this is a 30-minute something, but it doesn't show it's that whole noise until the... Where is it? Where is it? Show me! Right there.
If you indeed think so, then you are very, very mistaken. First of all, I am not young. I have already lived so much that I have been in my life, as it is said, not only through the mill, but through all the grinds.
Yeah, but anyways, I cleaned it up for you guys, and that's what you heard in the beginning. But here's the thing. I don't think that's the Unknown Developer's voice. If it is, then you really decided to work with your audio, and I'm now more certain than ever that the Unknown Developer is a very intelligent person or people. I think it might just be one person though, who really knows how to manipulate audio as well. Is quite a wordsmith, if I might say. But yeah, the unknown developer is a very intelligent person, and the unknown developer says that he or she, I don't know, is. I'm still being critical about this because I don't believe everything I hear or say or I'm told. So I don't know if this is the unknown developer actually giving his or hers actual opinion or what their thoughts are or whatever. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I've questioned everything and I don't care. But yes, anyways, one thing that I want to dissect, the whole thing of like being put through the mill or through the grindstone, saying that you are not young. I'm not a young person and I've been through a lot of shit myself. So sometimes there are times when I feel like I'm super old because of my age. Well, not even my age. I feel like I've experienced so much crap that feel pretty old, to the point, and I'm actually pretty serious about this, to the point where sometimes I wake up hoping I didn't. And yes, I know that is a very serious statement, but it is true. And if you guys follow me, you know that I have had experiences and trouble with depression and suicidal depression. But I'm glad to talk about it, so whatever. Either way, there are some days when I wake up and I'm like, yes, another day. And other days I wake up and literally mean that I wish I didn't. Either way, things like that really fun with you and make you feel like you're a lot older or that life has really dragged. So the unknown developer has been very busy, especially on YouTube, and showing other things. But first I want to, before I go into that, people have told me that there is a secret game called unknown developer itchy.owl, which takes you to this. And it asks for a password, which the password is "the storks are coming," all lowercase. I found that out the hard way. But either way, because someone told me the password and then I kept using capital T. And then it said, I was like, what the hell? What's going on? And then I realized it was all lowercase. Either way, so it takes you to this. I'm not going to be playing this game, at least not in this one, until I figure some things out. And as you can see, there are some weird images. As you can see, there's a face there, another face there. I haven't gone through these pictures, which is why I said I'm going to make another video of this going through everything else. I just wanted to make a video for you guys to point out all the things that I've found so far so you can think about that and actually see if you could tell me what your thought process on that is. But the reason I won't be playing this one in this episode is because Windows Defender for some reason said that there was a Trojan virus in the owl.exe, and I'm going to look into it when I have more time, and I'm going to see if there is a virus or if it's not gonna affect my computer whatsoever. Either way, I'll be checking that and making sure. But that's not. There's also another thing. There's another thing here brought to you by the venerable messenger. And if you go to you, it takes you to another area where you need to put another password, which the password is you. Remember how I said there was talking a while back in another episode, I forgot, I might bring it up here, but that I said I'm the messenger. So I was right. And it leads you to this crazy, really happy looking lady, which I think is a lady. But it's very freaky as hell. One thing that's really weird about this is that there's these two pictures. And here's something I figured out, which this is going to be something I'm going to point out in the next video. But I don't know what these symbols are. I'm pretty sure they're like some form of symbols in Word. I'll look into it later. But this is what I want to point out. These kind of lead to other things, which leads to an image that's slightly different from each of the other ones. As you can see, that one's slightly brighter. Let's go. That one's slightly darker. But yeah, as you can see, it's slightly different, and some are slightly moved, which I will do something with it in the next video. I'm just gonna let you stare at this creepy ass face, which I can tell that was just reversed here, and then just done that. So I have a question for the unknown developer before I keep going, saying that you're not doing this for fame or riches or whatever. I personally never thought that you were doing it for the money. mainly because once you got that hook, you could have easily charged people for your other games, maybe like $1 or $2. But no, someone who would do it for the money would do that. But someone who wanted to deliver a message above everything else would put it out for free. And obviously, itch.io accepts donations, but there is a couple other things where you do accept cash, or money I should say, from your soundtracks. So this is why I'm questioning everything the unknown developer is saying in the whole. Or maybe that's not the unknown developer at all. Maybe that could be Dr. Royston or someone else. I don't know. I'm questioning everything, damn it. I've been gone for like a month from this series, and with fresh eyes. Also, I've just been putting out my opinion because I wanted you guys to see this beautiful face. Right? The last time I was on the unknown developers, I put his video or her video onto my channel. It was on Bluebird, which no, it was Tenderheartedness. Sorry, which I did look into Bluebird, and there is it's an audio file that you hear the music, and then as it goes, there's a voice in the center, which I really tried to isolate, and I tried to bring it out. But I'm still not as good as, obviously, professionals in the audio feature, which I don't have a clip for it, but there is a voice right there somewhere in the center. And then towards the end, for some reason, the unknown developer takes the beginning and reverses it and puts it there, so that's why you hear it end a little weirdly. So I noticed that for Bluebird, I'm not going to bring it up. So there was another video called E Aise Hakate Unknown Developer, obviously. It is basically a different language spoken by the Shino something Native Americans. And it says, "Who are you?" It could translate into other things, but I noticed that "Who are you" was kind of the one that stood out for me. It's a short little audio file, 51 seconds, which you hear something kind of inside of it. As you'll see here, I'll bring it up. What I found. Okay, from what I got there, as you can see, there's a voice there. And from what it sounds like to me, at least, because I can only, since, like I said, I'm not really good at cleaning these things up, but I can somewhat make it out. And it sounds like he says, "I can't move," which I'll put text on the screen anyways. "I can't move, I can't see." Then he says two other things that I can't understand. And then it says, "Where am I? Who am I?" So, which is why I think that it says, "Who are you?" translated. But yeah, here's the interesting thing. As I noticed as I went through the whole videos, and I was listening to audio, reading everything, doing all this stuff, I noticed that the unknown developer kind of went from Earth to really weird things, then to space, and then decided to bring Native Americans into it. And I think even religion, which it looks like that the unknown developer is bringing religion into this finally. I didn't want to suspect that with the GOD audio file, but it looks like religion is starting to be brought into this as well. So Nova, the other one is Nova, which is probably my favorite one because of how beautiful as the audio is, which sucked that I had to get rid of the music, but here it is cleaned up as best as I could. And I'll obviously put text above it so you guys can see it read what I saw as well, or heard.
From time to time, the newspapers report the discovery of a nova, or a supernova. A star that bursts into flame like a giant hydrogen bomb. Any astronomer knows that what we see as now actually happened hundreds or even thousands of years ago. Now, all of this is illustration of the fact that time and space are linked together.
Oh, I love space. I'm sorry. I'm just going to skip to the ending where it shows more, there's more audio.
What did you say? Mostly feeble. Would you describe what you saw? As well as you can remember.
they put me in a room on a bed. And it seemed like there were people trying to get in the room, and in the windows, and through the ceiling, and they were under the bed. I couldn't actually see them, but I thought I could see the movement they were making. Smoke, I could see smoke all over the place. That bothered me. It seemed to impair my breathing a little bit.
When you talk about home, you never mention your father.
Because he's never been there.
That kind of gives me goosebumps, just the whole thing of the audio suddenly stopping, and then it shows, oh, you mentioned your father, which I noticed that audio file sounds familiar to me. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. I don't know where, but I know it's obviously not the Unknown Developers. The Unknown Developer is using all these things in order to put out, obviously, his own message or her own message or whatever, and seems to use clips from something else and to use, what do you call it? It's like when you see a kidnapper or a ransom or whatever cutting like magazine clips with letters to make a message out of it. That seems the way that the Unknown Developer is doing it, to not use his or her own voice. And obviously you can easily get voice actors, but this way, being obscure and vague and eccentric, I guess you could say. I just want to show you the beginning of it.
Welcome back to the Unknown Developer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it yourself. But in the beginning, the Unknown Developer stole my voice. This is personal now, buddy. No. But yes, I don't know. Here's what I have my little ideas about the reason why the Unknown Developer decided to use this. And it was either, one, showing gratitude that everyone who is making videos about this. Two, basically mocking everyone who's making YouTube videos on this. Or it could be another thing. A third one after I heard that voice from the hole basically saying that people like us are the ones who are taking the authoritative stance of saying, oh, we know everything, blah, 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 as he said in the beginning, which I do not consider myself anything like that, but whatever. You don't know me, Unknown Developer! Either way, it was interesting to see that the Unknown Developer decided to take voices from YouTubers and put it there. And it's just, in the symbolism of it being drowned out of all the saying the same thing, repeating the same thing for the same message, obviously, it's kind of a lot like any message, obviously, you put out there. When you hear someone say one thing, then you repeat it, and then it gets regurgitated, and then even sometimes misinterpreted. So maybe the Unknown Developer is doing all of this to send that message of, think for yourself, damn it! Hypnotic is the next one, which really was a pain in the ass for me. Mainly because Hypnotic was a pain in the ass for me because I had to actually sit there and write down every freaking number that the Unknown Developer decided to put in here to put his little message, or hers, I don't care. An interesting side note on this one, there's another URL here which I do not know the password. I tried a bunch of things where it says the password required to view this page, maybe another game or another audio file, I don't know, but it's basically Unknown Developer itch.io/subject. So I don't know what to put there. I've tried room 167. I tried 467767. I've tried a number that I found in this message. Well, you'll see. Let's just watch it.
4, 18, 15, 18, 25, 25, 4, 19, 24, 17, 25, 7, 22, 19, 3, 3, 19, 22, 15, 24, 4, 3, 4, 25.
All right. You get the gist of it. It's just a bunch of numbers, obviously, right? And also the interesting thing is look at the corners, because people from the comment section have said, what, just what?
5, 26, 11, 23, 5, 22, 4, 19, 26, 22, 15, 26, 5, 2, 20.
As you can see, there's little lights on the edges, and people are saying that it could be Morse code as well, which I tried to look into it to see what's dot, what's dash. Honestly, it was very difficult, and I just decided I gave up on that. There might be a message, maybe that's the password for The link, I don't know, but there's just so many lines that come up really quickly. Even slowed down, it's hard to tell which one's a dash and which one's a dot. And I honestly don't have the time to constantly do that, because getting the numbers themselves was already a pain in the ass. I had to take the audio file, slow it down, and then write every single number down to actually be able to do that. And then seeing that the unknown developer likes to cheat as well, and I do mean that, because the unknown developer is obviously using text-to-speech here from a Mac or wherever, and then speeds it up in order to do that. And seeing that I'm assuming the unknown developer is a good programmer. I wouldn't be surprised if the unknown developer did what I did with his numbers, because what I ended up doing, I took every number and then I wrote a program to translate each number to the letter of the alphabet from 1 through 26, A through Z, and it translated. But yeah, as you can see, here are all the damn numbers. All the numbers I got. Maybe I got 1 or 2 wrong. I don't care. I got the majority of it right. But yeah, so after I did that, I translated, and this is pretty much what it gave me. Nothing but gibberish, as you can see. So then I looked more and more, and there's obviously another way to decode something where someone can change a letter to represent a different letter. So A could mean Z, or A can mean B, whatever. So there's another way to do that. But before I came with that, I decided to remove Z's. Nothing. Remove O's. Nothing, as you can see. Also, the reason I found out it was so easy to switch it afterwards is because when I was looking it up, it said that E is the most common letter used in the English dictionary. And with my program, I counted every letter that was used. And 1 through 26, I think O was the most used letter. So then I just switched that with E, and then I ended up getting this little message. So decoded, this is what it said. The hooting owl is silent. Stop. A multiple purpose of our time is a matter of extreme importance. Stop. We are still striving for perfection, but our tools are old and battered. Stop. Unfortunately, this condition has led to a big cry at the house. Stop. The latest batch results faulty in many aspects. Stop. Our customers have been informed about the immediate disposal of all them. 31554 subjects. Stop. That's the number I used also. Maybe I got the wrong number. But yeah, like I said, I accidentally put L here, or maybe I accidentally put a different number. We have reasons to believe that our security was compromised. Stop. Mosaic has broken tiles. Stop. The developing agent has been found to be unstable. Stop. The red flow is believed to have been beyond its threshold level since the last thunder. Stop. Unknown mutations have possibly led hundreds, if not thousands, of faulty batches. Stop. The exact numbers is still under investigation. Stop. Every recovery operation is suspended until further notice. Stop. The storks must return to their nests. Stop. Start the preparations for a new bluebird hunt. Stop. So as you can see, it's a weird little message about they fucked up. They fucked up somewhere. And honestly, I didn't want to say this, but you know what? The message here with the hypnotic symbol, with it talking about how they messed up and also they need this, and just the fact of stop, I don't want a shirt. But here, one thing that stands out: the red flow is believed to have been beyond its threshold level since the last thunder. One thing that I realized, obviously a lot of this is about making the perfect woman or something like that. The whole thing with Melissa kind of being used to make a perfect woman, or her being an experiment, or her being a nymphomaniac, whatever. The symbol here looks obviously, you know, as I thought this was a needle. This could represent, I know this one's gonna be, I don't know, guys can agree with me, if not, whatever. But I feel like this is also like a menstrual cycle. You know, the uterus and then blood seeping out of it. And also this one being a, yeah. Anyways, I know maybe that's a little far-fetched, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past the unknown developer to kind of think somewhere along these lines, because the unknown developer obviously is not afraid to go into other parts, especially when it comes with the human body, seeing how sexual and enticing Melissa is. But yeah, that was pretty much hypnotic and what I found and just everything. If you guys have found anything else under it, then just let me know. Or maybe you can figure out if that's Morse code or whatever. Yeah, the Night of the Senses really isn't much. I've looked into it, and it's pretty much that comic that the Unknown Developer released on the page. But this time it's obviously with voices, and it shows kind of Melissa's voice and Jake's voice, and I guess Dr. Royston, and also Melissa's mother, I guess. But either way, I don't think there was anything different, but there could be other secrets in there, but I couldn't find anything. Oh, Shoshone! I forgot that I had it on here. That's what the language is of this one. I say Hakate. The Shoshone language, which, if you listen to Bluebird, there's also like Native American music in it, which is why I'm wondering why that's been decided to be put in there. But remember the whole Native American thing, because I think we're going to do that with the Encapturing Cloudburst. But there's also a couple other things I wanted to point out. Hypnotic. The Unknown Developer decides... I'm pretty sure the Unknown Developer uses a bunch of different secrets, especially in the titles. So I decided to look up Hypnotic, and I found something interesting. But yeah, Hypnotic was interesting because when you hear Hypnotic, you think, oh, hypnosis. But no, maybe the smarter of you probably realize, no, that's not what it means. But I'm stupid, so sorry. But no, Hypnotic, especially in its definition, is commonly known as sleeping pills, or it can be referred to as soporific drugs, or class of psychoactive drugs whose primary function is to induce sleep and to be used in the treatment of insomnia or surgical anesthesia. So, I thought that was interesting because obviously it's a story that it shows, oh, all these test subjects have been are bad. We need to recall them. Oh, tell the customers, which I'm wondering who the customers are. We need the storks back. We need to find another bluebird. Something like that. Who's the bluebird? What's going on? Are all these actually just code, or is it actually... do they actually use birds? I'm assuming it's more for code. But... so the next one is the Enrapturing Cloudburst video, which I decided to look up the definitions of both just to see that I was correct into thinking what it was. But it's... Enrapture stands for give intense pleasure or joy to, and cloudburst, which you all should know, but I'm going to read it anyways. A cloudburst is an extreme amount of precipitation in a short period of time, sometimes accompanied by the hail and thunder that is capable of creating flood conditions. So that's why you hear in this video thunder and rain in the background. But apparently that gives intense pleasure and joy, which I'm not going to lie, it does. Either way, I'm going to put a picture of... I'm going to put the video with the text from what I got out of it, as well as the audio that I cleaned, and also with the words. That way you can see what it says, and then you can obviously read the image yourself. And everything that I found that's text based, I'm going to put as my highlighted comment down below, so you guys can look through it and read it if you guys want to see it yourself.
The Nez Perce were Native Americans who lived in eastern Oregon, northwestern Idaho, and southeastern Washington. There they roamed peacefully with herds of prized horses. They enjoyed eating salmon, wild berries, and root plants. For decoration, they attached shells and feathers to their clothes and pierced their noses. Their name is French for pierced nose. They treasured their relationship with nature. In the 1840s, settlers began farming on Nez Perce land. The United States government made treaties that promised the Nez Perce certain lands while buying other land for settlers. Chief Joseph was the leader of the Nez Perce in Oregon's Wallowa Valley. By the 1870s, settlers and gold miners wanted this land. They persuaded the government to force the Nez Perce onto a reservation. Chief Joseph refused to move. The government threatened to send soldiers to force them. To avoid war, some Nez Perce started toward the reservation. Then, angry young warriors killed some white settlers who had mistreated Native Americans. Chief Joseph feared that the soldiers would attack. He decided to lead his peoples to safety in Canada. Soldiers chased Chief Joseph and several hundred of his followers for more than 1,000 miles. The Nez Perce hid in steep mountains and deep valleys. Several times, they fought off the soldiers. At last, the Nez Perce reached the Bear Paw Mountains in Montana, only about 30 miles from Canada. They hoped to cross the border the next day, but there, the soldiers found them. For 5 days, the Nez Perce fought for their freedom. Many died. All of them were cold, hungry, and exhausted. Finally, Chief Joseph surrendered. The old men are all dead, Chief Joseph announced. I want to have time to look for my children. Maybe I shall find them among the dead. Hear me, my chiefs. I am tired. My heart is sick and sad. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more, forever. The soldiers had promised that the Nez Perce could return to their home country. Instead, they were taken to a reservation in far-off Oklahoma. Half or more of them died there from disease and starvation. Eventually, some of the Nez Perce were allowed to return to reservations in Idaho and Washington. But Chief Joseph and his people never saw their beloved valley again.
Look at those stars. It's raining outside. I should close my eyes and feel the touch.
And clocks close to massive bodies run more slowly. Remember, the clocks that are far from massive bodies run more quickly. And clocks close to massive bodies run more slowly. Remember, the clocks that are far from massive bodies run more quickly. And clocks close to massive bodies run more slowly. Remember, the clocks that are far from massive bodies run more quickly. And clocks close to massive bodies run more slowly. Remember, the clocks that are far from massive bodies run more quickly. And clocks close to massive bodies run more
Wasn't that interesting, huh? Yeah. But yeah, that one's kind of interesting to me because there's obviously, because the weird thing about that one is that obviously the story, the person who's talking talks about these Native Americans that were basically kind of screwed over by the American government. But it's weird because it's put layered on top of this weird text talking about visions and objects and tainted blood, things like that, which is very weird. It makes me wonder if obviously maybe Dr. Royston or something like that, it's intertwined, or maybe this isn't even a part of the whole series anymore. I don't know, but it's weird how it's all intertwined and just I don't know what to make of it. Maybe if I read, once I go deeper into it, something will click, or maybe you guys can let me know what you think is happening in between, what the similarities are and things like that. But yeah, the next one is, I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm gonna probably butcher it. Copacetic or copacetic integument, whatever. Copacetic. Let's see, copacetic. That's how you spell it. It says in excellent order, and integument, a tough outer protective layer, especially that of an animal or plant. So, And you will see why that is relevant to this video as well, because when here I tried the thing is, I looked this up, and this is actually a story, a Native American story, which I'll put, obviously, the text over the video so you guys can see it. And you guys can tell me what you think it means. But I'm going to let you watch it.
As soon as manhood is attained, the young Indian must secure his charm or medicine. After a sweat bath, he retires to some lonely spot. And there, for 4 days and nights, if necessary, he remains in solitude. During this time, he eats nothing, drinks nothing, but spends his time invoking the great mystery or the boon of a long life. In this state of mind, he at last sleeps, perhaps dreams. If a dream does not come to him, he abandons the task for a time, and later on will take another sweat bath and try again. Sometimes dangerous cliffs or equally uncomfortable places are selected for dreaming because the surrounding terrors impress themselves upon the mind, and even in slumber add to the vividness of dreams. At last the dream comes, and in it some bird or animal appears as a helper to the dreamer in trouble. Then he seeks that bird or animal, kills a specimen, and if a bird, he stuffs its skin with moss and forever keeps it near him. An animal instead of a bird appears in the dream. The Indian takes his hide, claws, or teeth, and throughout his life never leaves it behind him, unless in another dream a greater charm is offered. If this happens, he discards the old medicine for the new, but such cases are rare. Sometimes the Indian will deck his medicine bundle with fanciful trinkets and quill work, and other times the bundle is kept forever out of sight of all uninterested persons and is altogether unadorned. But medicine is necessary. Without it, the Indian is afraid of his shadow. An old chief who had been in many battles once told me his great dream of holding the name of an animal or bird that appeared therein and became his medicine. He said that when he was a boy of 12 years, his father, who was chief of his tribe, told him that it was time that he tried the dream. After the sweat bath, the boy followed his father without speaking, because the postulant must not converse or associate with other humans between the taking of the bath and the finished attempt to dream. On and on into the dark forest the father led, followed by the naked boy, till at last the father stopped on a high hill at the foot of a giant pine tree. By signs, the father told the boy to climb the tree and get into an eagle's nest that was on the topmost boughs. Then the old man went away in order that the boy might reach the nest without coming too close to his human conductor. Obediently, the boy climbed the tree and set upon the eagle's nest on the top. I could see very far from that nest to the evening. The day was warm, and I hoped to dream that night. But the wind rocked the tree top, and the darkness made me so much afraid that I did not sleep. On the fourth night there came a terrible thunderstorm with lightning and much wind. The great pine groaned and shook until I was sure it must fall. All about it equally strong trees went down with loud crashings, and in the dark there were many awful sounds that I sometimes hear yet. Rain came, and I grew cold and more afraid. I had eaten nothing, of course, and I was weak, so weak and tired that at last I slept in the nest. I dreamed, yes, it was a wonderful dream that came to me, and it has most all come to pass. Part is yet to come, but come it surely will. First I saw my own people in 3 wars. Then I saw the buffalo disappear in a hole in the ground, followed by many of my people. Then I saw the whole world at war, and many flags of white men were in this land of ours. It was a terrible war, and the fighting of the blood made me sick in my dream. Then, last of all, I saw a person coming across what seemed the plains. There were deep shadows all about him as he approached. This person kept beckoning to me to come to him, and at last I did go to him. "You know who I am?" he asked. "No, person, I do not know you. Who are you, and where is your country? If you will listen to me, boy, you shall be a great chief, and your people shall love you. If you do not listen, then I shall turn against you. My name is Reason." As the person spoke this last, he struck the ground with the stick he carried, and the blow set the grass afire. I always tried to know that person. I think I know him wherever he may be and in any camp. He has helped me all my life, and I shall never turn against him. Never. That was the old chief's dream. Now a word about the sweat bath. A small lodge is made of willows by bending them and sticking the ends in the ground. A complete sweat lodge is shaped like an inverted bowl, and in the center is a small hole in the ground. The lodge is covered with robes, bark, dirt, or anything that will make it reasonably tight. And a fire is built outside and near the sweat lodge in which stones are heated. When the stones are ready, the bather crawls inside the sweat lodge, and an assistant rolls the hot stones from the fire into the lodge. They are then rolled into the hole in the lodge and sprinkled with water. One cannot imagine a hotter vapor bath than this system produces, and when the bather has satisfied himself inside, he darts from the sweat lodge into the river, winter or summer. This treatment killed thousands of Indians when the smallpox was brought to them from St. Louis in the early days. That night in the lodge, War Eagle told a queer yarn. We shall modify it somewhat, and in our own sacred history there is a similar tale well known to all. He said, "Once a long time ago, two thunders were traveling in the air. They came over a village of our people, and there stopped to a crowd. In this village there was one fine painted lodge, and in it there was an old man, an aged woman, and a beautiful young woman with wonderful hair. Of course the thunders could look through the lodge skin and see all that was inside. One of them said to the other, 'Let us marry that young woman and never tell her about it.' 'All right,' replied the other thunder. 'I am willing, for she is the finest young woman in all the village. She is good in her heart, and she is honest.' So they married her without telling her about it, and she became the mother of twin boys. When these boys were born, they set up and told their mother and the other people that they were not people, but they were thunders, and that they would grow up quickly. When we have been on earth a while, we shall marry and stay until we each have 4 children of our own. Then we shall go away and again become thunders,' they said. It all came to pass just as they said it would. When they had married good women and each had 4 sons, they told the people one day that it was time for them to go away forever. There was much sorrow among the people, for the twins were good men and taught many good things which we have never forgotten. But everybody knew it had to be as they said. While they lived with us, these twins could go to the city and tell just what was going to happen on earth. One day at noon, the twins dressed themselves in their finest clothes and went out to a park in the forest. All the people followed them and saw them lie down on the ground in the park. The people stayed in the timber that grew about the edge of the park and watched them until clouds and mist gathered about and hid them from view. It thundered loudly, and the winds blew. Trees fell down, and when the mists and clouds cleared away, they were gone forever. But the people have never forgotten them, and my grandfather, who was in the ground near Rocker, was a descendant from one of the sons of the thunders."
But yeah, that's what I mean with the whole Native American thing. Because this is obviously a Native American, and also said he's in the end he puts my father, which is a reoccurring thing in all of this, was a descendant of one of these of Thunder, which I'm wondering if this is talking about Dr. Royston or maybe something. I don't know. It's the videos are way more confusing now, especially these last 2. But there's also a last one, which I tried to see what it was because it's 1 second long, but from what it looks like, I'll play it right now. But yeah, that's the audio file I got, making it louder, and that's basically the 1 second. The weird thing about that one is it sounds like there's a voice, and I think it says it's coming. I might be wrong, I probably am, but it obviously the unknown developer decided to take one audio file and make duplicates of it and put it over each other, because what it looks like is that it repeats very weirdly. It's actually the same audio file, but it starts kind of like that whole have you ever heard someone sing "Row, row, row your boat," and then once they finish that verse, someone else starts singing it, and it's just like an echo? That's pretty much what it's doing, but more compressed. So I didn't know. I don't even know how to be able to take out that echo or make make it so that it's only one verse. But to me, it sounds like it's coming. Maybe someone else who's better at manipulating audio can do better. But that's pretty much what that one is about. The Unknown Developer has obviously been putting all of his soundtrack out there, which is weird because there's two of them that are very weird. There's Lower and Synesthesia, which I'll tell you what it means right now because it was very interesting. But yeah, synesthesia stands the production of a sense impression relating to one sense or part of the body by stimulation of another sense or part of the body. So basically, something that's supposed to affect one sense is unintentionally affecting another one. But there's also this one called Lower, which is a weird thing, which I will show in the next video because I just got this and I haven't actually cleaned up the audio because you hear voices there, and I'll try to clean it up as much as I can. But for now, you're just left with this. A picture of a woman. Who knows who she is? Maybe it's Melissa. We don't know. But yes. Synesthesia. Composed, performed, engineered by the Unknown Developer. Have you ever seen a number? Have you ever tasted a color? Have you ever smelled a note? The night comes at night. The senses come to their senses. Nothing is here. Everything is real. Alright. So, either way. This is also a song, but there's also a .exe which I'm going to open right now. Since I purchased this. So, let's just get into that. Alright, so I think this thing is 7 minutes long. And it's weird because it's like, and I know I'm gonna miss something. I know I am. Because there's no way in hell I'm gonna catch everything that's going here. What's that? Either way. It's weird because this is like, wherever I click is basically where it's gonna take me in the video. I'll just stay quiet now and we'll watch it together. Huh. I didn't see anything. Did you guys? Huh. That's weird. If anything, the only thing I could think about is maybe those are the mountain ranges where Chief Joseph and his tribe got caught from the U.S. government. That's the only thing I can think of when they were trying to escape. But who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe right. I don't know. But yeah, so finally we're going with the last thing. The one that's called a distressed look at another uncanny charade casted by... Wait, what's that? Puzzle. Circumlocutory curtailment. I have no idea what that means. Distressed look at another uncanny charade casted by the secretive caucus throng. The pit is deep. The story is white. Thanks for that, very vague person. But yeah, let's check here. Release window, 2 game, atmospheric. Horror secrets weird. All rights reserved. Days or more, huh? Average session, mouse. Colorblind friendliness. All right, let's just get into it. Oh, hi there! What the fun? Oh, it's gonna be one of these things, isn't it? Oh, shit! Alright, guys. You know what? I've actually run out of time for this. Don't worry, I'm going to solve this, and obviously, like I said, it's going to be put in the next video. Or if not, once I'm done with this, I'll make a little short video about it to see what happens in the end. But, yeah, I'm not going to stay here and record for hours trying to figure this out. If I'm close to doing it, then I'll obviously start recording it. But other than that, I'm pretty much done. So yeah, there's a lot of things, new secrets obviously, and hopefully I shed some light on some of them for you guys, so you guys can go inside your heads and try to figure out what the hell is going on. I know there's a lot of people on the Discord that obviously watch me, because there are people that keep inviting me to that. The reason I don't go into it is mainly because I like the whole aspect of discovery and that wow moment. Once I really enjoy that, because the one thing I really believe in is the fact, and then maybe the unknown developer will take a lesson from this, that it's not about the destination, it's about the adventure. Whatever happens in life, you have to realize that you got there because of your adventure trying to get to there. And when you're just given answers, it kills it for me. It's not exciting whatsoever. I do want to see answers, but I don't want someone else finding the answers for me, where I just kind of go over there and be like, oh, what'd you find today? I'm just gonna look in there and be like, oh my god, that's so interesting. I would rather actually look into things myself. If someone wants me to join the Discord and send me an invitation, I will join it now. But I'm going to have rules about it myself, where I am going to still trying to figure all this out, and once I decide that I've gone as far as I can, I've discovered as much as I can, then I will go to the Discord server and give obviously credit to whoever found the answers to whatever. But that's how I'm going to do it. If people in the Discord don't like it, then that's fine. You guys have your opinion. You guys don't have to invite me to the group. I'll still try to figure it out on my own. But yes, as I was saying, it's all about the adventure. It's about trying. It's about what you do when you get there, not where you ended up. Because the unknown developer is saying, especially in the beginning, that if that is the unknown developer story, that he was dragged through the mill, through the grindstone, and yeah, you know, life sucks. Life does not give a shit about you, me, whatsoever. No one out there. Doesn't matter what you're doing, if it's important, bad, good, whatever. It doesn't care. The great thing about that is it makes us who we are. And you know what? If the unknown developer didn't go through the things that person went through, then there wouldn't be an unknown developer today, maybe, or games or everything. Maybe you wouldn't be the same person or people, whatever, that you are now. And you wouldn't have all these people trying to figure out your story or this whole story. And who knows? Maybe you're trying to... There's a lot of obscurity around this, and who knows, maybe you are trying to admit that you did something bad through obscure messages, or maybe you're just trying to entertain people, which is also good as well, because that is something that I want to do also. And just the fact of, like I said, I don't know if the unknown developer is passing judgment or if they just wanted to be interesting, but there's a lot of things I don't agree with what he said. Like I said, it's fine. He can believe whatever he wants, but as for me, I am completely happy with who I am. Yes, I have had a hard life. Yes, there are a couple days when I have had it, and that is it, where I feel like maybe today is the day where it happens. But you know what? That's my problem. Those are my thoughts. We all have scars, emotional scars, and we all go through them. So either way, I'm pretty much done. Like I said, I'm going to try to figure this out. And I will look into, once I'm done with this, I'll look into the OWL exe and also that other audio, no, not audio file. Yeah, lower that audio file, as well as that secret page that I showed you guys. But other than that, we're pretty much done here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a while. It's been a month, I think, at least, or 5 weeks. I don't know. But like I said, I was going through my own things. I was trying to catch up on everything. I've even decided to start making a Patreon, which I am working on, to put the rewards and things like that, in case anybody wants to support me or what I do, saying that I do all this for free and on my own. But yeah, either way, like I said, I'm really busy. I'm not trying to plug that in or anything. I'm just letting you guys know what's been going on. Other than that, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video.